What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Britton Harvest, your favorite speaker. Hashtag breadcrumbs. I know a lot of you are wondering why I'm doing this video in the dark with just a silhouette of me. This video is about darkness. So what I'm going to do is I want to take you all on a journey. But in order to go into that journey, you have to close your eyes. I'm about to introduce or reintroduce you to darkness. When you were born, for 9 months, while you was in your mother's womb, you were in total darkness. While in that darkness of your mother's womb, all of your extremities began to form. It wasn't until you were ready to come out of the darkness to when your mother went into labor. You see, it was that darkness that molded you. It was that darkness that gave you all of the tools that you needed in order to survive in the light. But if it wasn't for that darkness, you wouldn't be prepared for the light. I'm talking about darkness, ladies and gentlemen. The same thing you see when you look up into the cosmos. If it wasn't for those stars at night, all you would see is darkness. We all come from it. But at the same time, we run from it. Why are you running from whence you came? If you learn to embrace where you come from, then you should learn to embrace darkness. There's nothing evil about darkness. Darkness was here before the light. When people ask me, Britton, what's faster than the speed of light? I tell them in a heartbeat. Is darkness. Darkness was here before the light, and darkness will be here after light is gone. Embrace it. Because in order for you to grow into the person that you should be becoming, you have to embrace darkness. A tree's roots originate in darkness. You plant the seed into the soil consists of darkness, and it is in that darkness where you begin to form and develop. But you will not grow into whatever it is that you need to be until you embrace darkness. Close your eyes. When you are asleep at night, how many of you sleep with your eyes open? You sleep with your eyes closed because you have to return back to darkness. Once you return back home and recharge yourself and re-energize yourself, and you are one with the cosmos, then and only then will you be ready to embark on that next day, that next journey, that next task, that next goal that you have set for yourself. You will not be ready to embrace and embark on that journey until you embrace darkness. Our pineal gland It sits in the center of our brain. It secretes a black substance that trickles down into our pituitary gland. And when that pituitary gland swells up like the head of a cobra, you in turn have a sixth sense that is so strong and it is so in tune with everything that's going on around you, because that sixth sense is what is connecting you to the cosmos, and now you are vibrating on a higher sense because you are one with darkness. Learn to embrace it. There's nothing evil about darkness. You have to grow through the darkness and go through the darkness in order for you to be introduced to light. A lot of you seem to think that when you walk into a room, if the lights are not on, you will not be able to maneuver through the room. You are so wrong. Sadly mistaken. While those lights are off, you should still be able to walk into that room, and you should still be able to maneuver through that room, because even though the lights are not on, you have vision. And when I say vision, I don't mean the sense of sight. You have vision because you are one with darkness. Darkness is where you come from. And when you go back from whence you came, you are at home. No need to run from it, ladies and gentlemen. Embrace it. Because even in life, when you have those dark times where things are not going the way you want them to go, where no matter how hard you try, things are just not lining up for you the way you would like for them to. Even though in those dark times, you feel as though, or you felt as if it was the end of the road, all you were doing is growing as a person because you was in the darkness. You had to come back home. And it's not until you come back home to where you be ready for the light again. We do it every night. Each night we go to sleep, we return back home. And while you are home, your battery is being recharged. When you go to sleep at night and you plug your cell phone up into that socket, you have to plug your cell phone up back home in order for it to charge again. That's the same thing that we are doing when we go to sleep. When we slumber, we are going back home to recharge. Embrace the darkness. Because once you embrace the darkness, you can see the light. But it's not until you master the darkness to where you will be prepared for the light. This is something that we've been knowing since day one. But all of a sudden, we've been sidetracked. All of a sudden, we've gotten off course. And it takes videos like mine to reroute you so that I can bring you back home to let you know that, hey, it's the darkness that makes you who you are today. It is the darkness that has brought you to where you are right now. And if it wasn't for the darkness, you would not have grown to who you are right now. Embrace the darkness. Because once you master the darkness, you will then be ready for the light. I am your favorite speaker, Britton Harvest. # breadcrumbs. Facebook Britton Harvest. LinkedIn Britain Harvest, Instagram B Harvest, Twitter B Harvest. I'm out.